Here comes the money. You're now listening to the Gambling with Gold podcast with Jason Gold. Presented by Champions Round.
What is our upset special of the week? Our super dog of the week, if you will. Which two teams are you looking forward to maybe pulling a big upset in week 14?
Gosh, I need to stop doing this, but I can't. Okay, I like the Giants this week to pull the upset out. I don't really care. Again, and you talk about this later in the season, the Eagles can afford this L too. Like, they don't necessarily need to win this game. It's not that serious. So I think that the Giants, if their defense can play the way they have, if they can control the clock, if Dable and Kafka can call a better game than they did, and they can get Saquon going, and they continue to get weapons back that they've been missing. You saw Azeez Ojulari back, the difference that just him back alone made. I think this team is also, they're fighting. They know that they just tied, and it's probably next week they're probably playing against the Commanders, who they just tied with for their playoff spot. It would be nice to get this win this week. So I like the New York Giants. I also like Baltimore. I just like them straight up. I think that this is a little bit, I guess, of a Kool-Aid game too. I know Kenny Pickett he's showing strides and showing why they did draft him where they did. And they're running the ball effectively finally. But I think that was also against a different team than Baltimore. Baltimore still has a better defense than a lot of teams that the Steelers have played. And the Steelers, right, so they're trying to hold off Tomlin's first losing season. But can they hand them an L? I think they can hand them an L. I'm on Team Huntley. I love it. And then maybe Arizona would be my last one there.
So I am fully on board with you. Actually, I wrote down 3 teams, and 2 of them are Baltimore and the Giants. I think both of those teams can pull out the outright upset. And the third one we just talked about. I'll go with the Chargers as the money line dog of the week. I also think one game that we haven't talked about that I think could get like a little spicy. I'll throw this one out there. Why not? The Carolina Panthers as a money line dog. Yes. I just think that there's a chance. Look, I'm probably going to end up talking myself into betting on Seattle because 12th man and Sam Darnold going in there and absolutely shitting his pants. But there's a chance. The Seahawks are in a real slide right now. I know that they won last week, but it got a little dicey there against the Rams. Carolina's defense is really, really good. So I think there's a chance that perhaps Carolina can throw out an upset here.
And if that kind of correlates with the Giants winning, because if the Giants win and the Seahawks lose, that starts to make things real spicy. Then maybe the Giants are starting to really hold on for dear life in the NFC here. So I like it.
There's this little nugget in the back of my head that remembers that the Seahawks always lose a random game at home where you're like, what the fuck? How did they lose that game? And the game that I have in the back of my head is the New York Giants winning like 41-12 with Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy, yeah, that's right. That game, I swear, everything changed. I feel like I bring up that game like at least twice a month because it's one of my prouder moments as a Giants fan because we had so much history. Yeah.
The Seahawks were favored by like 9.5 points in that game.
Yeah.
They just got absolutely run.
Yeah.
That game always is sitting in the back of my head when we get to this part of the season, and the Seahawks are a little bit too hyped up. I think there's a chance that Carolina at plus 170 could come in here and win this game. But again, our 3 favorites. What?
Right? No Kenneth Walker? That's
probably
big.
Not, yeah. So the teams that we're looking at for our underdog plays of the week will be Baltimore, the Giants, the Chargers, the Cardinals, and the Panthers. Maybe we'll put that into a money line round robin parlay.